I don't really wanna talk when the cap comes off, yeah. I don't really give a fuck, I'ma let you walk, yeah. Let me live my life, I'ma let you do you, yeah. I just wanna have fun and with my feet kicked back, drinking hand, meditate about getting back. Chase good vibes, protect me, tell no lies and keep my peace. I just might have hurt my liver, 7-day bender, yeah I'm a sinner. Full-time sender, when a chicken dinner. Truth don't bend her, lies I'm no swimmer. That's this pussy, then my eyes get wide, silent killer. Pride go hide, mood tight like Miller. On my DT shit, blunts feel gorilla. Then I'm stuck in the same spot, work ethic vanilla. At least I'm working, and the road's real rocky so I'm swerving. Daily hoes coming too, I'm not deserving. Pissed a few too many off, but I'm learning. Burning bridges that burn me. I don't really wanna talk when the cap comes off, yeah. I don't really give a fuck, I'ma let you walk, yeah. Let me live my life, I'ma let you do you, yeah. I just wanna have fun and
Yo, that's what's up. Shout out to my homie Valiant for the intro. Song name is Keep My Peace. If you have not heard it yet, or you just like that little preview of it, go stream it now. Him and his boy Steezus, they're both some good homies. They're both solo artists. They're both about to blow up. So get on the wave, go stream their music. They also work together in a group called the Couch Boys, and yeah, they're doing some amazing things, and I just want to thank them for letting me use their music for my podcast as well, and I'm sure I'll have them on here at some point. So let's get started, guys. All right. What's up, guys? Welcome to the Authentic Vibes Only podcast. This is going to be the first episode. We're going to introduce ourselves with this podcast. We're going to show you guys that it's okay to be your true and 100% authentic self all the time, and just give tips about that and what it's like to just be genuine and not have to live a shelled off or a different lifestyle just because society says otherwise or whatnot, or people around you are telling you otherwise. We want to show you that it's all good, that you can just be yourself and to radiate those positive and good vibes off yourself to others as well. Um, I'm a host, co-host, whatever you want to call it, Braden Westfall. And this is the other co-host or host, Jordan. And I'll let him talk a little bit, and then yeah, we'll keep going from there.
Yeah, so I'm Jordan Amaskin, co-host with my man Braden over here. And, I guess the biggest takeaway to get out of this is, going into the aspect of being the best version of yourself that you could possibly be. And the thing a lot of people misconstrue is the best version of themselves being like this perfect ideology, which that's not the case whatsoever. The best version of yourself differs on a day-to-day basis. Some days it might be getting like 5, 6 different tasks done, being highly efficient, highly effective. And other days you might be in a slump, but it simply might be just getting out of bed and making your bed, maybe taking a shower, drinking a cup of coffee. So we're here to kind of bring light to that and just make it known that as long as you're, putting an effort into life and you're not giving up and you keep on trying, that it's okay.
Yeah. So going off that, is that like exactly, I'm sure a lot of people are wondering, like, what does authentic mean? What is authentic vibes? I know you kind of asked me to do the pod, be like the host, whatever you want to call it. You asked me a while ago. This kind of been in the works for, honestly, maybe well over a year, maybe a year,
Sure.
maybe a little bit less, but at least a year. And it took a while, but we're here. And I think there's a good meaning and a good showing behind what authentic vibes only means. People may not understand it, but I kind of just threw it at you. You didn't really know what the name was going to be, what the podcast was really going to be about until today. So what exactly does authentic vibes only mean to you? Because I have my own meaning. And yeah, I know how I feel about it, and I know what I want it to become, but I want to see and hear what you have to say about what those 3 words or what that as a brand can mean to you.
Right. So authentic vibes to me is really not being afraid to just be yourself, no matter, where you're at. Not letting societal standards kind of push you down or make it seem like you can't have an opinion or you can't feel certain type of ways because of XYZ. If that's going to be your gender, if that's going to be, your upbringing, whatever the case may be, it's just about being who you are and accepting who you are and being happy with who you are in your own body, right? And this can go through all areas of life. It can be, hitting the gym. It can be, mentally getting your mental health right. It can be spending time with family. It can go, for anything. It could be in business, it could be in your professional life, whatever the case may be. And this also piggybacks off of like the lone wolf mentality of, just being the best version of yourself you could possibly be every single day, and not allowing other people to kind of voice their opinions and bring you down, right? Because everyone has opinions, as you know, and everyone has the right to voice their opinions. The only difference is you have to be like, okay, you can have your opinion and you can, think this or that, whatever the case may be, but I know who I am and I'm comfortable, with who I am, comfortable with myself. And I know that if you're saying something crazy or, bringing things out of proportions, I know that you're just full of shit because it's not the truth.
Okay. Yeah. See, I really like where you went with that. With like society norms and just being pressed to kind of fall into something maybe you're not comfortable with, or maybe you don't want to, or you're just unhappy with. And I think society and just living in today's age of kind of having access to what you want when you want it with social media also has a presence of giving you and giving people a view of everyone's lives, but we don't really know what's going on.
Right.
It could be you can post whatever you want on social media. You could be completely faking it. You could be happy on social media, but not happy in real life.
Yeah.
Also, like it could be showing you like people our age, 20, 22, 23, 24 years old, already millionaires, are doing whatever they want. And you think that you're doing something wrong because you're not there. So,
Exactly. Yeah.
I think, yeah, it's just all about being authentic to who you are, and being what that means is just staying true to yourself and really going deep inside to figure out who you are, what you like, what you want to do, who you want to be, and then striving towards that and just keeping positive vibes and nothing less, nothing more. Don't really, like I think it means to push that, like good vibes only, type thing, like authentic
Yep.
vibes only, and show everyone who you really are and not to be afraid to do that. But also like don't take that as how you feel. Once again, like just because that's how you are and you're being your true authentic self, that doesn't mean that's how somebody else is. So it
Exactly.
allows just like this stigma, I guess, or a standard for everyone to have their own authentic vibes and to just be themselves in life and do what they want and be who they are and find out who they are. And yeah, I think that's an amazing thing. I think it's a different thing. I think that a lot of people our age, not just our age, it could take a while, that people don't really understand where that is going or what that can mean and being authentic. So yeah, I think that's what this podcast will be about. And it's not just going to be a podcast, we want this thing to grow and be a brand, because authentic vibes only is not just, something to talk about. It is actually like a lifestyle, and it's a lifestyle we want people to live by. Like I said, it's not a set thing. We're not going to tell you exactly how to live, but we're going to give you tips and talk about things that may help you find out how you want to live and who you want to be and stuff like that. And we want to build that into a brand, and we'll go from there. It's going to be a podcast. We'll have merch. we'll definitely be on social media as well, and we'll work towards building this thing into something bigger. Yeah, we'll go off that with what do you see as, like, obviously the opportunities and possibilities of this are endless, but like, how do you see this kind of panning out, or where do you see this going, or where would you like this to go?
Right. So, first and foremost, the whole entire thing is being able to build a community, right? Of where you have individuals, no matter your age, just being able to come together and be like, I want to be my authentic self, and being able to collaborate with other people, so where we can be involved in it, they can talk to us, they can talk to other people that are also trying to, seek out being their authentic selves, and just being able to help people improve their overall life, right? Like that's what it really comes down to is, how do I want to say, having people understand their value, right? Understand what they have to offer the world, and understand how they can be the best version of themselves they can possibly be. And that's what it really comes down to. And off of that, then that's how you're going to, be able to build a whole entire brand, be able to have a successful business and things of that nature, which I do think is a possibility and is something where, I think you would also speak to this, that is where we're wanting to go in the future. You just got to start somewhere. And I think that starting somewhere is just being able to provide free value for anyone that just wants to hear it and wants to improve their life.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely agree. Like you said, starting somewhere. Yeah, you got to build. This is building blocks. This is part of us wanting to show who we truly are and our authentic selves, and show you the kind of vibes that we're going to put off. This isn't always going to be serious. This isn't always going to be just motivational. We'll goof off. It'll be anything, however we're feeling that day. That's where this is going to take us, because we want to be true and authentic to ourselves as well. We don't want to put on no front. We're gonna show our personality. We're gonna show who we are, and I think that's the best thing about what Authentic Vibes Only is. It's just, you're not under any standards or stigmas or anything like that, or being told you need to be professional or be this type of way. Like, you want to cuss, or you want to do this, or you want to do that, you do what you want to do. But also don't take that to an extent. Don't be a shit person. Don't do shitty things, and don't do shitty things to other people. Just don't be a shit person, but definitely stay true to yourself and be authentic.
Exactly.
I don't really think this is going to be a long episode for you guys. We are just kind of just giving an introduction to who we are, what Authentic Vibes Only is, and we're going from there. What I'd like to do next is we'll do this probably every week, and on social media we may post one every day. We'll see where that goes, but we're definitely going to do this every week, and it's going to be a segment every week, or we could just call it the quote of the day. And it's just, I can find one, he could find one, maybe we both find one that day. He's, like I said, just kind of got thrown into this, and I didn't even let him know like that's what we're going to do. So I kind of came here with the quote of the day for today. And I'm not going to lie, when I was thinking about it, I was at the gym earlier, just working out, and I don't know what hit me, but I was working out, and then all of a sudden, you just gets the body moving, gets the blood flowing. I don't know, more oxygen to the brain. I don't know what it was, but it's kind of random how that stuff works, especially with like creative energy. But that just hit me where, like, I thought of the podcast, and I was like, quote of the day thing sounds pretty dope. Like, I don't know what that entails, but is, you know what a quote is, but I don't know where those quotes are going to come from, like, it just kind of hit me, and I was like, maybe I'll see something on social media that day, and that like is a dope quote, and that's what I want to talk about. Or I look up the quote of the day, or ask Siri or Alexa, what's the quote of the day, anything like that. And I thought that we'd run with it, and we'll do that as a segment. So that's kind of where it came from. And today's, I'm not going to lie, when it hit me, I was struggling to find a quote of the day. I really wanted to do it, but I asked Alexa on my Echo show. Said, "Hey Alexa, what's the quote of the day?" She gave me a Steve Jobs quote, and it was a pretty long quote, but it was in his voice. He was like actually saying it. It was cool, and I was gonna run with it, but I was like, I don't really want to go with something today about relationships yet. It is the first episode, but yeah, I just was like, nah. It was something about like don't settle, kind of like blah
Yeah.
blah blah. We'll talk about that. Like keep going, relationship wise. So I was struggling, and I was just gonna look one up on the internet while I was inviting you to this the pod to talk and getting us set up. I was just gonna Google quotes of the day or quotes. But I had some other things on my mind, and I needed a notebook to kind of write the ideas down that I wanted to go over today and what I wanted to talk about with you. And I went through my storage. This is actually crazy. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I'll pull the paper out one sec. I'll show you. So I went through, got a little storage bin right next to me, and it's got like some notebooks, some old notes, bunch of pens, whatever. I got a bunch of junk in there. It's kind of like a junk storage thing, but it has my old school binder, and apparently it's still got like a lot of my school stuff in there. And I opened it up just to grab a piece of paper out of it, but I swear to God, the first page I flipped to was from a business and ethics course I took, and it was just like spot on with kind of what our brand is and what authentic vibes only means. And I thought it was like a good quote of the day. And yeah, like I don't know, it was like the universe, like I'm into that spirituality stuff, like we're trying to show our authentic selves and true selves. Like I'll talk about that. I believe in the universe giving you signs. I believe in spirituality, stuff like that. And the universe sent this to me today because I was struggling, and it literally, like, first page I opened to, like I said, is from Gandhi in A True God. It says God equals truth, truth equals light, like equals goodwill towards humanity. And the quote says, truth is not to be found by anybody who has not got an abundant sense of humility. And I believe that quote just kind of indirectly hits on what authentic vibes only is. And that's just, finding who your true self is, and without humbling yourself and going within and fighting that ego, I don't believe that you will ever find your true authentic self. It's not like an overnight kind of thing. It's a journey, and it takes a lot to get there, but that journey always pays off. And yeah, I think the quote just nailed it on the head, kind of with exactly what we're talking about, just introducing everyone to the brand today, authentic vibes only. So
Yep.
I'll repeat it to you one more time, and you could go from there. So truth is not to be found by anybody who has not got an abundant sense of humility. And you'll see what you got to say about that, and kind of how crazy it is that that's the quote that was on my notes right here from business and the ethics course, probably about 3 or 4 years ago. Like I haven't taken that class in a long time.
Yeah. So, what it means to me is like, how do I want to say, man, I mean, you really just hit it spot on with everything. Like it just goes so well with what we're doing today, and, what the brand is going to be. It's kind of hard to even add on to it, really. I mean, the only thing I really got to say that goes with that is having a sense of spirituality, right? You don't necessarily have to believe in like a certain God or anything of the sort, but I'm saying like universal God, right? Or even if you just want to believe in like a higher power, whatever your thing is. I definitely do believe that as long as you believe in something and you understand and have faith that things are going to work out, right? That there is a plan for your life. Even if things might be terrible, things might suck, you might be like, I can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. You just keep on working, you keep on keeping hope and faith that it does get better, because this isn't what your life was supposed to be, that it will keep you humble and it will keep you on the right path to getting where you want to get to.
Truth is not found by anybody who has not gotten an abundant sense of humility. Yeah, I agree with that. Like when I say, like I'm not gonna push, and we're not gonna push views on anybody. Like I said, I'm just showing my authentic self, like you said, that kind of type universe thing. I'm not gonna say that I believe in God exactly, or
Yeah.
I don't believe in God exactly. But yeah, I do believe in something. I believe in the universe. I believe in higher
Yeah.
power, whatever that may be. That's your choice. And yeah, I think that it is a journey, like you said. I mean, I spoke on it too. It's not an easy thing. It is very humbling, and you do need a lot of humility, and you need to figure out your ego to really find your authentic self. And
Yes.
I don't know, you can't just you can't hate yourself every day either, though. Like that's the thing with this journey kind of stuff and finding your authentic self.
Yeah.
That quote is just, yeah, I don't know, it's just crazy. Like I said, it's just really crazy to me that that's the quote that literally I opened up my notes to grab a page of paper, because it was literally at the back of my notebook. I'm thinking that's all empty paper, nothing's written on it. And I open up to that. And like I said, the journey, it is a journey, but it pays off when you start to find out who you really are, what you want to be. And yeah, it does take a lot of humbling, but you also can't hate yourself. You got to work towards it. You got to find the pluses, the minuses, the pros and cons. It's just not something, I'll repeat myself a lot probably, but that comes overnight. It doesn't come overnight. It just, you got to battle the ego, get past the ego, figure out what is actually your ego, what is actually holding you back, type stuff like that. And I don't know if it even entails that you have to believe that. Like I said, we're not gonna push that on you, but like it doesn't have to entail that you do believe in a higher power in the universe, I guess. But you do have to believe that you need to get into your ego and get deep inside yourself, whether that doesn't have to do with a higher power universe. That just what's really inside of you and what's proven to be inside of you. And that is an ego. That is a conscious mind. That's a subconscious mind. And those are the types of things that you need to learn about yourself and really learn how to control and figure out if you want to get towards those authentic vibes and just find out who you truly are.
Yep. It all starts with having, some real honest talks with yourself too. I mean, you might think that you are being humble and you might kind of be a shit person, do shitty things to people. And then you might have to hit like an all-time low or something of the sort where you're like, okay, like what's going on here? Like, I think I'm doing good, but clearly the things around me aren't. So you just have to look internally and try to, self-check yourself and analyze, like, really, what am I doing? Like, where am I at? How am I actually behaving towards others and towards myself? And then, as they say, if you look for a solution long enough, you'll find one. It just might not be the solution you're looking for, which most times is the truth, though.
I like that. Yeah. It doesn't exactly always go as planned. You can't expect it to. Things happen, different things happen, different feelings come out. You may think you're going one way, or you may think that that's how you are, but like he said, the solution isn't always the one you want, but it is the solution, and that's what you're trying to find within yourself, is all that kind of stuff. And yeah, it does start with some deep talks. It does start with a lot of kind of in your head type things. Whether that's, I don't know, whether you think that's anxiety or it is anxiety or depression, like you said, maybe you do have to be hitting an all-time low. But once you hit that all-time low, I'm not saying this is what you want to happen, but a lot of people, once you hit that all-time low, that's kind of where it really does begin. And that's where you really do kind of start that true authentic journey to find yourself. And I think that's kind of where we'll leave it, I think, this week. Don't want to go too much into it. um that's a good way to end, I feel like, only because I think that's a good place to start next week, is
Yep.
like where we have gone or what we have been through, or like what kind of stuff we talk to ourselves about, or what's like the journey that we took, or have, yeah, just went through or been through, the kind of self-talk we have we hit an all-time low? Is that how this all started? Or were we never at a low, but we did figure out how to humble ourselves without being at a low? So I think we'll leave it right there on the edge, and we'll talk about it more next week of, yeah, our journey in finding our authentic and true selves, to push off those authentic vibes, which are always a must. That's what we need in this life, and that's what we need more out of everyone here, because I think it just make the world a better place with everyone being true to themselves and them authentic selves. I think that just makes the world go round, and I kind of think that's where the world is actually headed. I think more people are getting into it, but I think it's a good thing, and people are figuring it out. But that's what we're here for as well. If you don't know exactly where to go, hopefully we can help you kind of start there, or figure out where you want to be or where you want to go, and finding that authentic vibes for yourself.
The end.
All right, guys. Yeah, we're going to leave it there for this week. Just want to say thanks for listening. And once again, shout out to the homie Valiant for the song. Once again, it's Keep My Peace. Check it out. See you guys next week.
I don't really wanna talk when the cap comes off, yeah. I don't really give a fuck, I'ma let you walk, yeah. Let me live my life, I'ma let you do you, yeah. I just wanna have fun and with my feet kicked back, drinking hand, meditate about getting back. Chase good vibes, protect me, tell no lies and keep my peace. I just might have hurt my liver, 7-day bender, yeah, I'm a sinner. Full-time sender, win a chicken dinner. Truth don't bend her, lies, I'm no swimmer. That's this pussy, then my eyes get wide, telling killer. Pride go hide, mood tight like Miller. On my DT shit, blunts feel gorilla. Then I'm stuck in the same spot, work ethic vanilla. At least I'm working, and the road's real rocky, so I'm swerving. Daily hoes coming too, I'm not deserving. Pissed a few too many off, but I'm learning. Burning bridges that burn me. I don't really wanna talk when the cap comes off, yeah. I don't really give a fuck, I'ma let you walk, yeah. Let me live my life, I'ma let you do you, yeah. I just wanna have fun and